Okay, girls. Let's get you some water, okay? I know you want water. Here we go. For a sec. It's coming, I know. I'm a little late this morning, huh? Alright, there's a gallon. That'll get you through the morning. Alrighty. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna feed you. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Oh. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Look out. Look out. Look out. Okay. Girls, we got a cool wind blowing. Yeah, we do. Come on. Pick up. Here we go. There's... Whew. What do you say, girls? Did you have any eggs for me this morning, huh? Oh, excuse me. Yeah. No eggs yet? I'm sorry. Alright, I'll leave you be. Sometimes they have eggs for you this early and sometimes they don't. Happy chickens. We need to bring some more shavings in here. Yeah. Well, welcome to my coop. Lots of girls. Anyway, this is Mom Edge with Honey Hollow Homestead. And I got a bunch of happy girls in here. I got one boy. Normally I give the girls a total break from the roosters and I just put the boys all in one place. But the rooster's in here. He was getting desperately picked on by the other boys. So I brought him in here. Anyway, I've been wanting to talk about chickens, eggs, bird flu, lack of eggs, high egg prices. First off, let me say this. I am not a scientist. I am not a researcher in the sense of professional medical researcher. I am not a doctor of any kind, but I am someone who listens to people who know their topic, okay? And I'm going to ask some questions. See, about 5 years ago, I'm sure you all remember what was going on about 5 years ago. There was quite a bit of concern about a certain virus. And I listened to a lot of, what do they call them, virologists? People who specialize in viruses. They study viruses, they know how they behave, all this, that, and the other thing, okay? And from what they were saying, okay, and this is just ultra condensed Reader's Digest version, is that over time, viruses change, hosts adapt, and immunity is developed. And the virus has also become less dangerous. And we did see some of that with what was going on 5 years ago. Okay? Because the virus wants to live. They don't want to die. If they kill all of their hosts, then they die. But anyway, and there was a few other things that was speculated about viruses that I'm not really going to get into. It was interesting. It was very interesting. So, you girls are thirsty. Yeah. So anyway, there's been a big stink lately about egg shortages and egg prices going up. And egg prices are going up because of egg shortages. And egg shortages are happening because, our government is killing millions of laying hens. Now, I understand a lot of your cullings are occurring in major, big commercial chicken farms. Okay? And the conditions in those big commercial chicken farms are, let's say, not quite as healthy as, say, a backyard flock. Okay? They're not free-ranging. Everything is like when we have a flu season and you're stuck indoors with a bunch of kids, say, okay, because they seem to spread the germs more. You're bound to get it. Okay? But the same thing with any animal that's closely confined. Okay? My chicken coop here, there's quite a few birds around here, in here, but it is well ventilated. I've got it tarped up and trying to keep the wind out so there's more of a windbreak. But I have quite a few birds in here right now. They'll be, in about another month, they'll be let out to free range. Okay? I keep them cooped up for about 2 months. And that's only to keep them warm, basically. Conserve body heat. So, anyway, behave yourselves. So, anyway, based on what I learned on how viruses behave, and how the government handles cases of the fowl virus, okay? What they do, they come into a commercial facility and they test the fowl that's in the facility, and if they come back with one positive test, then the proprietor is given an option. Okay? We will put down every single animal you have, two-legged feathered animal that you have in that building, and we will pay you for each and every bird. Oops, sorry, slip of the tongue. We will pay you for each and every one that we dispose of. And so you won't be out completely. Or you can just, take your chances with it and and see what happens. But we won't pay you for a single animal. We won't pay you anything for it. You just take your losses and, you know. What do you think the proprietor is going to do? So basically, they're killing off everything, even the ones that may have or may develop a natural immunity. They're just wiping them all out. Okay? They're not giving them a chance to develop a natural immunity. And what I am wondering if okay, it's a deadly organism, and a lot of critters will pass on. But those that remain, that survive, would be able to pass on the immunity to future generations. Now, this is what's been going on in my head, okay? Based on what I learned 5 years ago from listening to people who know these bugs, okay? Now, like I said, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor. I'm just asking questions here. Wouldn't it be better to have a policy of, okay, you have this organism in amongst your critters, okay? Wouldn't it be better to say, okay, you're going to lose some, you're going to lose a lot, possibly. You may not lose every one. But what we'll do is that we will pay you for the ones who don't make it. No matter, you know, if within a certain time frame, we'll say, okay, I don't know how long this thing takes to run its course, but I'm sure that they do know. Okay? And so that therefore, any of those that are left that may have a natural immunity developed, you'd have those for future progeny where they may pass on their immunity to the future progeny. Okay? Wouldn't that be better in the long run than this carnage that they're doing right now? Wouldn't it? I'm just asking questions. Okay? Because there's been millions just obliterated. And it does not look to me like they're gaining ground. It looks to me like it's getting worse. Now, I have heard that because of how severe it's gotten, that they're not bothering so much with the backyard flocks. Okay? So far, knock on wood, I've not had an issue. I had one bird, a single bird, die last year that I don't know what killed her. Okay. She wasn't looking very good. She was looking kind of poorly. She was off by herself. She walked off, and I did find her later in a corner somewhere since she had passed on. Okay. Any other birds I've lost, it's been either via predation or injury, you know, what have you. Things happen when they run around free ranging. Okay? So, but the birds serve a purpose when they're free ranging. Not only that, they're happier and healthier. So anyway, I'm just, like I said, I'm just asking questions. I happened to hear some kind of a talk a day or two ago, asking, about, the price of eggs and the shortage of eggs and what can we do? What can the government do? Well, maybe they should look at their current policy and see if there is a better way. Okay? I mean, we can't save everything. We don't have the power. We're not God. Okay? But if something is not working, if the current policy is not working and things seem to be getting worse, maybe that policy needs to be re-examined and looked at for a better way. Because one thing we've learned is that the experts are not necessarily as smart as they want us to believe they are. Okay? Especially when they do not allow asking questions and exchanging ideas. Okay? In order to come to solutions, you need to be able to exchange ideas, network, just put your heads together, okay? And don't be afraid of what someone else might have to say, because they may be totally out to lunch, but there may be a small little grain of a spark to get a good idea going. Okay? And that's what we need to do. We need to put our heads together. Okay? I have seen where, and I know I did this with my father, and I've seen other children do this, where sometimes a child makes an observation watching an adult do something, and they'll ask a question or they'll point something out that the adult missed. Okay, but they say, why is that? Or could this be that? And the adult looks at it anew because of how that child pointed it out, and is like, you know what? You've got an idea there. And they take that little spark from that child and they run with it, and it's and ends up being something far better than what it was originally going to be, because they listened to that little word, okay, that little statement, that little question. And that's all I'm doing at this point. I'm just asking questions. This is Mom H with Honey Hollow Homestead and a bunch of bird brains. And maybe I'm one too. So I'm going to go in. I'm taking my empty basket back in the house, letting these girls do their cooing in here and just be birds. So I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one.